not sure how it's the best way to put this out. But like, there's people, for example, that sell these like Vislan Lekiani, that they sell these, or at least what I saw, in a beautiful way of creating reality, manifesting things and shaping reality, manipulating the world how you want. At least I interpreted a little bit on that. And what I want to know is that if you believe or think that this can really be true in some way or another of manipulating a reality in a special, super, ultra deep theta state, or whatever you guys call it, because I experienced a lot these altered conscious states, and I really felt a lot of weird experiences on theta. And I guess I'm one example to not follow, because, for example, the first times I tried these altered states, it was with Jose Silva mind technique, and I was really trying to go in deep, let's say, and to try to experience. Okay, let's see if this really creates reality, shapes reality, or whatever it is. Let's just experience. Open mind, boom, let's go. I'm an open mind guy a lot. And I am there, like, I feel like I'm very, very sensible state. Like, I feel just like, I don't know, if I move a little piece of my hand, whatever it is, like the world changes. So really, really, really personal experience here, sharing, but okay. And so I'm really like in a really sensible state. I feel like the world changes if depending on the thoughts that I create, or the thoughts that appear on my mind, which I believe it is to be the case, that it will influence, because we are on a super sensible state or deep state. And it was like if I got some, I don't know, automatically some vision of a shadow, something like that, crossing my mind. I don't know what it is, but I ended the session and I felt like, oh my God, I felt like I made a mistake. Like I don't know what the hell I did after the end of the session, but I felt like I did some, I don't know, like some intuition tell me that I made some mistake. Not in a really bad way, but I was like, I guess I messed with something I shouldn't mess, And that's it. I believe I messed with something I shouldn't mess. That is higher power, whatever you want to call it. That this wasn't really good. And after that, I'm not sure on this paradigm if it is possible to explore that, or you professionals of this area, how you see this. But it was really interesting to me, because what I studied on metaphysics, and also I read the interesting book from Carl Jung on synchronicity, so I'm exploring a lot of this stuff. And I see that I can easily, entering on this paradigm of metaphysics, that I really can see how these right here, when I'm talking about these altered states, really changes the world, or at least I've had that experience of really, really, how can I call it? Weird experiences, I guess. For example, synchronicities happening a lot, like loads of the times. For example, images that randomly appeared on my mind, constantly matching with reality in a way or another. And most of those images, sometimes they were associated when I was on that really deeper state, or it was like off the root. And so yeah, this is to tell you what, that I really felt subjectively, if I start on this paradigm, that I can easily go and understand how these concepts of connecting with God, manipulating reality, they can really, really be easily true. And I feel this can be really, really dangerous to work if we don't go on the right path. And I'm not just talking about individually or subjectively. I'm talking really about the world, really about the world. So I want to know your thoughts on that. If you think that's crazy, if that's maybe some testimonials, some similar to this that you have already heard or experienced it, because I really, I I really saw that. If I put metaphysics as a base of my intellectual exploration, I really can make some pattern detection of things that makes really a lot of sense when we say, or if we say that from theta-based level we can connect to God or manipulate reality, and even in some philosophies, how they call it in English, occultism, not sure if that's the right name, but they say we have our inner God that also manipulates on reality. I felt I reached that really in deeper state where I felt that was really true, and where that depending of how I made the meaning attributed to that situation, that the reality will change. And I felt that it was really the case on different phases of exploration, of exploring this paradigm, as I like to say. And this is really interesting, because even though people may say stupid, I consider myself an intellectual because I like to explore a lot these mind games, these patterns. I'm a psychology student. From all my entire life, I observe behavior. I like to do introspection a lot. Removing what's real from what's not, what's just, I don't know, resentment, or something that we have to work on or restructuring on. And I feel like this is true. This paradigm of metaphysics, of this stuff, is true when we do it on the right way. And we have these guys calling about law of attraction, quantum physics, for example. One guy is Oswam Goziami. I'm not sure if that's the right name. But that guy is really known. I'm not sure. Maybe you know it. No, maybe not. But I recommend you to watch it if you are interested in the relations of quantum physics to law of attraction, or just in law of attraction. I believe that's really really an interesting person to watch and consume his content on. What more can I tell? Yeah. So I feel there's something really here on this paradigm that we really can explore intellectually or in real life, but because I'm just a person. And so I see this. I see there's a way to see this and make some connections that these things are true. Because these happen like really loads of times. And when I start reading, for example, Carl Jung's synchronicity, I'm not sure if you know, but it's like synchronicity. It is the effect, let's say, or the concept that when an image that we have on our conscious mind matches reality. So the image comes from the unconscious mind to the conscious mind, and then so we have access to it, and then it manifests on reality. For example, a dream, you have a dream of for example, having something is burning, a fire, and then the next day there's something burning, a fire that is really happening, for example. Those types of things. It can be in sleep, it can be during the day, some random things. And when I'm reading all these metaphysics stuff, I feel this can get weird pretty fast. And if I start to see the world from these lenses, I feel these things make a lot of sense. More than just, okay, I will use this to feel better. I will use this as one more tool to get out of depression, to release my anxiety, to feel good, better, and build a new identity, whatever it is. I feel there's something more about it based on my personal experiences and observing the world. And I like to dissect everything. I like to do that. And I really feel there's something more about it, that we really can manipulate reality in some way when we look at things from this paradigm in a way of exploring. So I want to know your thoughts on that, if you think I'm crazy or not, or if there's more people relating to this in some way. And maybe this is too much, because when I talk to you, I didn't talk so much of this in-depth side, that I look at it as a real more in-depth thing. But yeah, I want to know your thoughts on it.